Hello everyone and welcome to the plane. How is everyone doing today? Hope you are doing fantastic. Today we're getting back into Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. We're getting so close to the end. Very close is what I'm telling myself. It's definitely not going to be 6,000 more streams. It's going to be, this is it, 100%. We're definitely going to finish it today. No, obviously we're not. We are on the final trial, though. I hope. I think this has to be the last trial. But yeah, it's getting real. Suddenly, we are accusing Dark Law of not being the Great Witch. I think we're just accusing her of being involved somehow. And Layton took the stand. And now we have to stand up against Layton, and it's not going to end well. Hello, sorry, Nabi. Welcome in. You think this game has an end? Yeah, it just never ends. I'm never going to stop playing this game. But I'm having fun at least, so I don't really care. But yeah. So we're going to keep going. I think I stopped right as he... Oh, no, we got a little bit into it. But Layton is opposing us. Luke is not there. He's not there. Where is he? I don't know. He's doing something important, but he is not there. So we must keep that in mind as we continue. Now, as we are 40 plus hours into this playthrough, I have decided to make the tactical call of using hint coins if I get stuck on something for more than 10-15 minutes. Because, jokes aside, I do want to finish the game sometime. So, I'm not gonna get stuck on some stuff for too long. I will try though. So I'm not just gonna immediately use hint coins. But I will cap myself at about, 10 minutes or something like that. Maybe 15 if I'm really feeling close, but we'll see. Yeah, he died. He's gone. No more Luke. They actually killed him off. Even worse than killing a character off in a spin-off. They killed him off screen in a spin-off. They'll never mention it. Layton had his own grieving time off screen, and he's good. And Luke is gone, and Phoenix and Maya didn't know enough to really care. So that's that. No, but we were I think last we left off, we were interrogating or cross-examining Lady Darklaw, And I don't know. I think we were just getting started, and then I called it quits. So we're gonna have to reread and repress. So it's gonna be fun. I have no idea what today is going to entail. I have some Christmas tea again, although it's a new tea, apparently. It's pretty good. It tastes mostly like black tea, but I like it. A nice little black tea for the night. Very cool. Okay. I say let's get started. Yeah. Look at that. You guys didn't get your ears blown out today. I actually tested the audio. It's a little bit loud, but you're not getting destroyed today. Okay. Let us continue. 46 hours into the playthrough. Yay. Oh, we haven't read these things in a long time. Guys, there he is. Remember how the professor was supposed to show up with decisive evidence? Well, nope. He's actually now an inquisitor. Well, he didn't say he was an inquisitor. He was being the prosecutor. We had Darklaw on the ropes. I mean, we totally drop-kicked her argument into space. We just needed a bit more. But the professor burst in saying he would be able to prove Espella is really the Great Witch. There's no way we can give up now. But what do you do when you're up against someone like the professor? You quit. You call it quits. You pack it up. You go home. Jump into the pit of fire. You're never going to beat him. He is the final boss, and he has no health bar. You just stand there, and you just die. That's how it goes. You just run away and pray that he leaves you alive. That's all we can do. Oh boy. There she is. Oh, I forgot Kira was here. Okay. Alright, so we're getting out of it for now. You know, Darklaw is just... Okay, I'm just gonna read that again. I'm gonna read it all again, and I'll present, or press on all of them. I'll read this in again, don't worry. Wait. Oh, wait, that is this? Did I skip? Hold on a minute. I thought that was just the normal loop back around. I'll just read it all from the start. Not this part, though. Okay. The town square was to be the parade's final stop. I patrolled the perimeter to ensure nothing was amiss.
Hold it!
Nothing was amiss? You mean there was no immediate threat to the storyteller, right? Now you tell me, Defender. Surely you remember the final part of the story. I don't know if he was there for that. He definitely knows, but I don't know if he was there for the parade, right? She must mean the part about the storyteller's death. There is a possibility of changing the outcome of what has already been written in the story. However, there are still those who would challenge the story and make an attempt at changing the inevitable. That is what I, too, think. Okay. What's up, Maya? Did you notice something? You could say that. It's just, look at Kira. She's been looking down at the dump since the start. Yeah, probably because she's like, I died. And I'm still alive. I don't understand. Oh, right. Kira. I honestly forgot she was still here. Rude. Not only that, she looks sort of scared, too. You're right. We can't afford to forget about her. Wonder if Kira has anything else she could tell us. Got to remember to question her the second I see an opening. As I passed by the bell tower, a pair of small footprints leading inside caught my eyes, and I went inside to investigate.
Hold it!
Those must have been Miss Kira's footsteps from when she snuck into the bell tower, right? Indeed. The ground outside was muddy after the rain. It was quite muddy after the rain, so her footprints were easily visible. Right, according to the vigilante's testimony. Oh my god. Okay, I don't have to read all these lines again. They thought the footprints looked like Foxy's, but it turned out they weren't hers. That's right. Her footprints could have contained a mark, or would have contained a mark where her stiletto had been. But the footprints I saw at the bell tower contained no heel at all. And you stepped inside those footprints on your way up the stairs, so as not to leave your own and risk being detected, correct? Exactly. At that time, my main task was to ensure the safety of the town square. In doing so, it was of utmost importance that no one knew of my presence there. Had the townspeople noticed your presence there, it would undoubtedly have raised some suspicion. I don't see why it would, you know? Because, like, she's there to obviously protect the storyteller, so they'd be like, oh, okay, well, she's here to try to stop this. I don't see why that would raise suspicion. Indeed, so naturally, that is why I did not wish to be noticed by the vigilantes. Excuse me. Therefore, it was imperative that I mask any traces of my being there, even if it meant utilizing another's footprints. I see. A clever tactic worthy of the High Inquisitor herself. There was no heel on the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footsteps to them, as far as possible.
Hold it!
Miss Darklaw, what was your reason for going up to the bell tower alone? It is as I said earlier. I was in the town square to make sure the area was secure. Okay, but surely you had some inkling that Bazella might have been lurking around there somewhere, right? Wouldn't it have been a lot better if you went to the bell tower with some backup from the vigilantes? As if they could do anything. Defender, you witnessed the summoning of the Fire of Dragon with your own eyes, did you not? 10 more people at my side against a power such as that would only mean 10 more lives lost. She's got a point there. And besides, if those 10 had been with me, their combined strength is nary that of even in Barnum's annoying mutt. No objections here. Hey, Nick. About Darklaw's testimony, what do you have to say? I think I noticed something kind of fishy. You did? Yeah, me too. I didn't. I was paying attention. What do you mean? What happened? It'd probably be a good idea to give the court record another check, and just in case, huh? Injuring them? Okay. Meets their court record. The vigilantes was carded and there were no trespassers. Or you could move it. Okay. I didn't know you could just like look at the bottom of this. Okay. This is such a useless drawing, by the way. This tells me nothing. It says entrance, crime scene, belfry. That's it. That's not very helpful. Okay. We got that. Okay. Warn to make them invisible. Spella Cantabella. Okay. I don't know if I see anything in there just yet. I had my own reasons for not allowing any of those vigilantes to see me.
Hold it!
And what were those reasons? They relate to protecting the storyteller, It was something I was to carry out at that particular time. Did it perhaps have to do something with what was already decided upon in the story? The storyteller's word is absolute, therefore, any and all those who make an attempt to alter this must be dealt with immediately. Kira? Do you have something to say about that?
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Kira. Kira? I like how she's accepted this name that she doesn't accept. She's like, okay, I'm Kira now. Witness. Ah, yes. Figures she really doesn't remember her own name. Oh, okay, well, I take it back. Well, so much for trying to think, I guess. You seem to be deep in thought about something. Do you remember anything regarding the High Inquisitor's testimony? No, I'm sorry. Nothing in particular. It's just... I'm a little disappointed in myself. Disappointed? I traveled all the way here to Labyrinthia in order to fulfill my mission, but all I managed to do was fail and end up being captured. Regardless of your own failure, Miss Kira, the storyteller did die, as was foretold, did he not? Tonight, as the rain came pouring down over the town, I arrived at my designated location. Naturally, the bell tower was surrounded by guards on patrol, 10 to be exact. I was very nervous. Were there 10 in the court record? Okay. I don't know why I thought there were 9 for some reason. She must be talking about the vigilantes. Just relax. You'll be fine, so long as you're wearing this robe. I kept telling myself. Little did I know, I was wrong. But none of this would have happened if I was just a little more careful. Bonk.
Enough. I would be thinking more about atoning for your past crimes and less about what could have been done if I were you.
Is there anything wrong with Kira's testimony? There's always something wrong. But before I prove that, let me just make a quick little save. Alright, now that I have a fallback option, I totally know what's wrong with your testimony. Hold on one second. About your testimony, Miss Kira. You were thinking about yourself so long as you had your robe on. Or you're thinking to yourself that so long as you had your robe on, you would be fine. Yes, that's right. I was. So basically, you were wearing the robe the whole time. You were on the top floor of the bell tower. Is that right? Yes. I had it on the entire time. Ooh, didn't Darklaw say she wore it? Didn't Darklaw say she wore it for a little bit? But that is until I was attacked. Then my robe was ripped off by the wind. Oh. Wait, oh, by the wind is what they're saying. Okay. Miss Kira, this is the first time we've heard any mention of this information. Is that so? I think I must have forgotten.
Your Honor, perhaps we should update that piece of evidence in the court record. Right you are.
Alright, so now it says Invisibility Robe was worn by Kira when she was attacked. Visible. Okay. So worn when she was attacked. Wait, so she was attacked with the robe on, and then after she was attacked, or during the attack, it fell off. So that means... Oh, that means that Darklaw can see the robe. Unless it got dirty, I guess. Bonk.
Lady Darklaw, please continue your testimony.
She's like, poop. I wish you hadn't said that. Whoops.
Hold it!
Oh, shoot, I meant to read that. Do you think it could have been the Great Witch Bazella? I mean, the thought must have crossed your mind. Surely you anticipated some sort of resistance. While I hate to admit this, I allowed myself to act rashly without first considering the circumstances. So, The second I noticed their presence, I took action. Never did I imagine the intruder would have as much strength as they did. Perhaps I should have gathered more forces to accompany me. However, at the time, I was not thinking straight. I assumed any additional help would not be necessary.
But Lady Darklaw, through your quick thinking and judgment, you still managed to successfully catch the suspect.
Yeah, but that was different. That was different. Unfortunately, my lord, 'twas nothing more than pure luck. Yeah, you didn't capture them. She hid in the bell tower and we found her later. Exceptional results can only be obtained through exceptional thinking. Don't you think?
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
Ouchies.
I'm doing my best.
Looks like that's all we're getting out of her for now. You know, if Darklaw was just going into the bell tower to arrest someone intruder, I wonder why she didn't just come out and say that to begin with. Simple. That information was on a strictly need-to-know basis. Need-to-know basis, huh? That sort of secrecy is pretty common, but usually they've got to have a reason for not disclosing the information to begin with. Not necessarily. Darklaw was hiding this information for a reason. That's why we need to find out what exactly she was doing in that tower. Got to get her to tell us. Hey, Nick, is it me, or do you feel like we've been being watched? Yeah, we've been being watched. Yeah, tell me about it. I wonder what's up with the professor. Something must have happened. There's no way he'd turn on us like this. Professor has been very quiet so far. He's taking a nap. He's checked out. He's like, you guys got this. They just needed someone to stand here. I'm actually not against you. They just needed someone to physically stand here. So I'm just going to stand here and you're going to do the job, okay? It's been a long couple of days. I need a nap. A standing nap. But surely he must have noticed there's something that just doesn't add up with the Darklaw's testimony. Anyway, there's bound to be something in this testimony that we can use. We just have to make sure we comb this thing from top to bottom for any contradictions. That's right. All right, Maya, yay. Okay. So, this has been updated. Invisibility worn by Kira when she was attacked. Patrolled the perimeter, nothing was amiss. A pair of small footprints leading inside caught my eye. So I was careful to match the footsteps for not letting them see me. I proceeded to apprehend them. I'm assuming this is where it is. Let me make another quick save. I'm assuming I would do this because how would you see them if they were wearing the robe? I think is what they want me to do.
Objection!
Yeah, okay. So, the person you saw when you entered the bell tower was actually Miss Kira. The only problem with that is that it would have been impossible. Layton's like, no. He's doing so good, but I can't let him know. I'm so proud of you, but I can't tell you. What are you talking about, Defender? Miss Kira, or should I say, the witness, stated that while she was waiting on the upper floor of the tower, she was wearing her invisibility robe. Therefore, there's no way Miss Darklaw would have been able to see the witness.
Oh, you're quite right. Anyone wearing this robe becomes invisible.
Are you from the Eldritch Woods? Right. There is just one particular group that can see anyone dressed in this robe.
And who exactly is the
Bro, have you been paying attention? I pay attention for 3 hours once a week. You should be able to know what's going on. Come on, buddy. Only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see this robe. If you're from the Eldritch Woods, then you'll have absolutely no problem seeing this thing.
Objection!
Oh? So, what are you saying, Mr. Wright? Oh, sorry. So, what are you saying, Mr. Wright? Is that Miss Darklaw here actually hails from the Eldritch Woods? Is that correct? And that she knew this girl prior to tonight? Thank you for doing my work, I guess?
That's right, Professor.
What is this?
Ouchies.
Most impressive, Mr. Wright. However, there is one detail that you appear to have overlooked.
Oh? Something I overlooked?
You say Miss Darklaw saw something she should not have been able to see. However, the truth is that there is one other possibility as to what occurred that night. Did it get dirty?
Did he just say what I think he said?
That's rather easy to work out.
It got dirty?
Quite simply, the witness was not wearing the robe in the first place. What are you talking about, Inquisitor?
Oh, they are calling him Inquisitor, okay. I guess prosecutor means Inquisitor in this place.
The witness has proven her memory of tonight's events to be quite unreliable.
Damn. Look at Layton being the first prosecutor to actually be like using the broken logic of these games.
It's like, Your Honor, she's lied about 300 times on the witness stand. I don't think we need to listen to her.
The only prosecutor to ever do that. Or attorney, to be honest. They're all just like, she's lied about 6 times. Let's just keep asking her questions. Eventually, she's got to tell the truth, right? Layton's just like, nah, man. She lied. Immediately discredit. Very cool.
I believe that by the time she climbed the bell tower, she had in fact already removed her robe.
What?
Just as you say, Inquisitor.
You can't just do that.
As you can see, Defender, your assertion is a mere speculation at best.
Your little witness here has been lying to the court the entire time. It's as simple as that.
Objection!
I trust Kira with my life. One second. The witness was clear with her testimony. Isn't that right, Miss Kira? Kira? I'm not sure. Dang it. What? I mean, my memory's a little fuzzy. No way. I'm trying my best. Bonk.
It would appear there is nothing more to be gained from this line of questioning. Your Honor, I suggest we return to the cross-examination. A fine idea, Inquisitor. Well done, Lady Darklaw. Will you please continue your testimony?
So that was just a big waste of time? As you wish. Or is this a new one where Kira's gonna speak up? No matter how you slice it, Kira looks like she's definitely hiding something. If only there was some way of getting her to talk, huh, Nick? Walks over, grabs her by the throat. What did you do? Starts playing bad cop. Maya's like, I didn't mean that. I meant, like, evidence or something. You don't need to be a bad cop. Hello, Ezra. Yeah. They're just sound redeems. They're silly sound redeems. I think they'll work, yeah. We got some Ibuki sounds, and we got some brain rot. We love it. How are you doing, Ezra? Are you gonna make me be in pain today? No matter what Kira says, Darklaw just stays cool and brushes it off. Yeah, this isn't gonna be easy, that's for sure. That's why we really gotta set our sights on Darklaw. If we keep doing that, sooner or later, Kira is bound to speak up and say something. Whoa, Nick, that's your most dastardly plan, it's your most dastardly devious plan yet. All right, I know there's still a clue or two in this testimony somewhere, and I'm gonna find it. I should go back and double check her previous testimony. There has to be some contradictions. So we're just doing the same thing again. Wow, awesome. I love wasting my time. Yay! Doing good, your muscles are safe. Yay! Double safe. I'm doing all right, thank you. Having a good time, drinking some tea, solving a case, being confused. All right. So it's the same thing. We just need to. And maybe if I press her again, Kira will say something this time. Okay, I don't think she's gonna say anything. Oh, maybe? No, okay. Alright, so then we loop. Come on. Okay. Alright, hold on. Town Square was to be the parade's final stop. I patrolled the perimeter. Sure, nothing was amiss. Passed by the bell tower, a pair of small footprints went inside. I don't think the footprints have anything to do with this. No heel on the footprint, so as I ascended, I was careful to match. Okay. There's no heel on the footprint. And I just like show her the picture and say like, there were clearly heels. What does she mean there were no heels in the footprints? There were literally heels. She meant like no like stiletto marks? I'm gonna come back to that. I don't know if that's supposed to be as obvious as that is, or if that's just I'm reading that wrong. Okay. I have my own reasons for not allowing any of them to see me. I climbed the bell tower, and I saw an intruder inside with their back turned, so I apprehended them. Flower Girl, Amnesiac, was hiding in the belfry. You've been guarding the bell tower. Imprisoned Barnum for treason. I love how that's part of this. It's like she's done so much stuff, but the only thing that goes in her profile is the fact that she imprisoned Barnum for treason. Killed by the fire. Pendant of the accused. Okay. Oh, we still have this Familia spell too. Okay, Grandworm summons forth a great fire dragon with a caster to command, responsible for the legendary fire. Lit the town ablaze. I just want to read through these just to make sure. I don't think I have to present any of these because no spells are in play right now. Oh wait, no, didn't she say someone used Feign-Full? Oh no, they were saying someone used Feign-Full on Kira, and then she was put in the belfry. Causes those who hear the incantation to lose consciousness. Its effects take hold the second the incantation is heard. Godor creates a portal on two sides of the green-colored walls. The portal will disappear 5 minutes. Summons forth a magical familiar from the shadows, although possesses forms completely weightless. Okay, Goldor transmutes the caster's target into solid gold. Transmute the closest target within range. Demir. Does anything the caster touches to vanish from sight? Simply chant Amir to make it reappear. Then we have Ignaze. Summons a circle of flame within a 1 meter radius of the caster. Requires incantation and a scepter to cast. Interesting, like, because this was obviously the first spell we learned about. And then we also learned that all spells must need a scepter. But this one specifically says it needs a scepter to cast, whereas the others don't. Implying that only Ignaze requires a scepter, even though we know that they all do. So I think that's interesting. I think that's an oversight. I don't think that's supposed to be any kind of crazy thing. Hi.
Town square was to be the parade's final stop. I patrolled.
Hold it!
Nothing was amiss. You mean there was no immediate threat in the storyteller, right? Remember the final part of the story about where he dies. All right, there's little possibility that they could. Okay, this is more like yap. Darklaw thinks she could possibly change the story. I don't know why Kira's not talking here. You're right. Can't afford to forget about her. Question the second I see an opening. But I already did question her that one time, right? Kira's footprints. Yep, I thought it was Foxy's, but it was not. Hi. Do 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 do. All right, I want to present the picture here. I think I'm just reading this wrong, but it says there was no heel on the footprints. But there are clearly heels. I don't know if that's meant to say there were no stiletto marks or something. But I'm reading that as a contradiction. So I'm going to think. I don't think that's it. Because I don't see how that would really prove anything. So I'm just going to try this.
Objection!
No way. What? Really? Okay. Okay. What I have here is a sketch of the footprints left at the bell tower. I'm glad I caught that, because I thought that was just like an oversight. You could easily misread that as saying there were no stiletto marks, so but okay. So tell me, Miss Darklaw, are these your footprints in the sketch? It would appear so. I would never mean to offend the hard work of Labyrinthia's vigilantes, but tonight's task was mine and mine alone. Okay. When you put it that way, I can't help but notice a contradiction. What did you say? Miss Darklaw, you stated the following. When you climbed the stairs, the footprints had no heel, so you tried to match your footsteps to them as far as possible. However, if you look at the actual footprints that were left behind, you can clearly see that not only... Okay, wow, I can't believe I saw that. Yeesh. I got so lucky there. I can't imagine. I would have been stuck there for ages if I didn't misread that. But, so this isn't the entire foot. If you were trying hard to step on the footprints already there, then the footprints in this sketch shouldn't have heel marks. That is very true, although I do not think such a small detail is much of importance in the long run. I agree if it's a small detail, Your Honor, but that's not all I noticed. That's all I noticed. I didn't notice anything else. There was something very telling about Miss Darklaw's testimony. Telling, you say? She stated that she stepped on the footprints that were already at the scene in order to disguise her presence. Now, there's something strange there. Specifically, why were these footprints left at the crime scene in the first place?
Objection!
Because it was raining? Mr. Wright? Yes, Professor. Tell me, can you show the court why this seemingly minor detail is odd? Why did you object to that? That's not an objection, Professor. That's just to explain yourself. If you just stopped and screamed, explain yourself! I can't exactly do that at the moment. Who can say whether or not these footprints are indeed worthy of concern? And if it is an issue, then what exactly are the implications? That, above all, is what you must answer, Mr. Wright. I do not believe you can assert that this is a blatant contradiction at this time. God, he's really just destroying me. Every time I come up with something, he's like, nah, you're wrong. You're an idiot. And I bet Edgeworth has done the same, but it doesn't feel as bad when Leighton does it. Or it feels worse when Leighton does it. Because I know going into the contradiction, it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I do. I can't win. Here he goes again, flexing that amazing brain of his. Bro, if I could place Leighton right now, this would be a much more not horrifying game. What? Kira, please speak up. That's enough. Miss Kira? Lady Darklaw, how could you? How could you simply abandon us? How could you betray us? Oh no. She's tattletaling. Get wrecked. She's like, what are you talking about? I don't know who you are at all. Betray? Witness, what is the meaning of this? Lady Darklaw, you are the mistress of the Eldritch Woods. You are the one responsible for handing us our tasks. What? Wow, the truth finally comes out. This wretched girl is nothing more than a detestable spawn of magic. Her words cannot be taken seriously. Crazy. She's gonna go back to the Eldritch Woods and be like, yo, Darklaw is a loser. And then everyone's gonna be like, you know what, you're right. And they're all gonna turn on her. And then you're gonna have no one. And no one's gonna believe you. People of Labyrinthia, I ask you, what am I if not a loyal daughter of this fair town? Daughter of who? No, you're lying, Lady Darklaw. When I was waiting up there at the top of the bell tower, I was most certainly wearing that robe. Yay, conviction! She's standing up for herself. Lady Darklaw, you were also wearing a similar robe, were you not? Don't you remember? What nonsense, I haven't a clue what you're babbling about. I simply managed to sneak right by those makeshift guards. 'Twas not the most demanding of tasks for someone like me. Yes, you're right. That would be true. If you'd been sneaking around by yourself. Oh! She was with somebody? Does she bring a spell with her to leave her at the crime scene? Yo. Oh. By yourself? Witness, explain yourself. Enough. Listen to me and listen well. Continue as you are. And I will see it that this court be the last place you ever set your foot. Or in which you ever set your foot. Yeah, threaten them. That's always good. That makes you look very, very not guilty. If you keep talking, I'll kill you. See, Your Honor, I am innocent. Mwah. It matters not. The end is already nigh. After the events of today, I shouldn't even be here right now. Miss Kira, you're saying that Miss Darklaw was not by herself at the time of the incident tonight? That's right. Ah, yay. Lady Darklaw was wearing the invisibility robe, and underneath that robe was a young girl passed out on her back. Ooh. It's Bella, and that's how she got to the bell tower. What? A girl, could that be? Yes. It was the very same girl imprisoned inside the cage up there. She's like, I don't remember that. I mean, I guess I was passed out, but makes sense to me. You mean Spella Cantabella? Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order, order! So, the accused was carried up the bell tower. My lord, there's nothing left for me to say. 'Tis the word of the High Inquisitor versus that of a witch. Tell me, who do you sooner believe? I don't know, man. Getting awfully defensive. You're not disproving her. You're just saying, yeah, she's lying. How about you just prove her? Then maybe I'll start believing you.
Objection.
You objecting your own? Okay. Miss Darklaw, you of all people should be aware that this isn't a matter of believing or not believing. I'm afraid those are words that carry no meaning here. He's the first person to ever say that in this court, where he's like, bro, I don't care about your feelings, I care about the truth. The audience is like, no, we only care about our belief. We don't care about facts. The only thing that carries any meaning here within this courtroom is evidence. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright? Yes, absolutely, Professor. All right, here's what my new take. Professor is not trying to disprove us. He's just trying to buy time so Luke can do something. I don't know what Luke's gonna do, but he's just there to, like, waste time and stall so that Luke can come out and, like, kill Darklaw or something. I want Luke to have a kill count. That's my hot take. I want Luke to just be able to kill one person. As a gentleman, keep his gentlemanly status, but I think he deserves to take one person. And I think it should be Darklaw. I think that'd be good. Have it in a spin-off game. We don't have to mention it. It's not going to count because she's a fictional character in the Layton universe. So I think it'll be fine. And he'll feel like a man and like a gentleman. He doesn't already have one. I don't think he's killed anyone yet. I don't think he specifically killed someone. He might have accidentally or, like, by association have killed someone. Well, now things are beginning to heat up. A little, are they not? Well, I guess, yeah, as far as I know, I was just gonna say that. Maybe he does in the next 3 games. Or maybe World of Steam, he's gonna become, like, a super, like, serial killer, and he's gonna kill everyone in London. That's why they have to move to America, because he's on the run from the police. Gonna be the craziest plot. They don't even, like, mention it. That's not, like, the main plot of the game. That's just the intro. Is Luke is a serial killer, and so he's fleeing to America, and then the game begins, and they just don't mention it. That would be crazy. It's also my new headcanon. I don't care what the lore they say. That's what happened. He's on the run. Fine, tell me, Defender. Have you the means to prove this assertion? Do you actually think you can prove that I, the High Inquisitor of Labyrinthia, carried the accused into the bell tower? I don't know. Can you prove that you didn't? Nuh-uh. From the looks of it, Miss Kira was supposed to keep quiet about Darklaw's little secret. She couldn't deal with all the Darklaw's denials and finally found the guts to chime in. I'm so proud of her. I knew from the beginning she would be my favorite. She just has that simple design that I'm just, I appreciate. So I was rooting for her. I can't let Kira's effort go to waste. I don't care what stands in my way. I'm gonna find the truth. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present evidence after I save the game, because I don't want to have to redo this again. All right. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present evidence proving that Miss Darklaw did in fact carry my client up the tower. Bonk. Very well, Defender. You may present evidence. Present. I don't know why I rolled my R. Show us the evidence that... huh? Oh, it's just the picture. I was like, why are they showing us the picture? No. This. Because someone must have... Oh. Because that must mean that Kira didn't rip Darklaw's... Kira ripped... what's her face's? Espella's pendant, and that's why Darklaw didn't, like... Wait, no. That's why she didn't fight back, maybe? Because we never looked at her neck, right? Did we ever look at her neck to see if it was bruised? We didn't look at Espella's because she's still wearing her pendant. I'm just gonna guess this.
Take that!
Oh, no. And just what, may I ask, is that supposed to mean, Defender? Say what? Mr. Wright, it pains me to say this, but it seems I overestimated you. No! I mean, you're right, but no. Come again? You are not worthy to stand behind that bench. Take that strange lackey of yours and leave this courtroom now. Ah! Or do they just game over you instantly? Wait a second. Strange lackey? So you don't think she means me, do you, Nick? I'm not worrying about your ego. I'm pretty sure she did, yeah. Nick, you're just gonna sit there and let her get away with trash talking me like that? Yeah. Maybe a little. Everyone deserves a little bit of trash talking. Keeps you in check. I sure am. Welcome to my world, Maya. Nobody loves me, Maya. You think I'm gonna cut you any slack? Anyway, the defense wishes to try again. Please endeavor to make your point clearly this time, Mr. Wright. Can I reload the game? No, I can't reload the game. I just have to keep guessing until I die. Good thing I saved.
Take that!
I didn't mean to present that. Genuine misclick. And now I have to lose another health. Yay. I love games. Hey, we might see the death scene. We've never seen the fail scene before. Yeah. Okay, don't hit the stupid present button. Lady Darklaw carried the accused up the bell tower. It's not the pendant. It's not... Is it the footprints? It can't be the footprints. So this is a different invisibility. She's wearing a separate invisibility robe. Could it be because she needed 2 pendants, maybe? And nothing here says mechanism in the middle of the bell tower. Okay. I guess I'll try this.
Take that!
It's not this, dude. I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't know if I should use a hint coin though, because I'm just gonna die and reset. So, because there's no out until I get it right. Maybe I'm supposed to die? That's what I'm guessing. It's a forced death. I'm calling it. It's a forced death. This copium, forced death. I'm supposed to fail. Oh no, is it the robe?
Take that!
It's not the robe. No, I'm gonna die. Copium, forced death, please. Please. I don't want to look dumb. I don't think they have any forced. They have fake out deaths. They don't have like keep playing until you run out of health deaths. I mean, they could put that in here. Could be. That would be the first time they've ever done that in this game or in a Phoenix game. I have no idea. I don't know. Guys, I've died. I've dedged. Now I get to see what happens when you die. Bonk. There's no need to continue this trial. No. Guys, I don't think it's a fake out. I think I screwed up. The accused's true identity has been proven beyond doubt. Yeah, I think this is not a fake out. I think this is real. I've only ever done this had this happen one other time in a Phoenix Strike game, and it sucked. Because I have unlimited save states all the time in the trilogy, in the remastered trilogy, and I still died. Because I overrode like 5 saves in a row because I keep trying to do it quickly. The court shall now issue a final verdict for Spellicantabella. No, I failed. I mean, it's the first time I ever failed in this game. It only happened once. It is a crime to be a witch. We must do everything to erase magic from the world. Despicable witch into the flames with you. Are they really going to show it? Oh, that's it. Restart the trial? Wow, that is a crazy, crazy button to press. That is a crazy button to just say, all right, start over. 3 hours in the hole. How far back does it start? Does it start from like before Leighton finds out about the storyteller being alive? That's a lot of game to replay. Gosh. I mean, I have the save data, so it wouldn't matter, but like, Jesus. Imagine if you don't save. Like, you're just like, all right, have fun. There are no, well, I guess there are autosaves every chapter. That's crazy, dude. Restart the trial. What a slap in the face. I'm loading my save data. Screw you, game. Just be lucky I'm not using save states, you idiots. All right. Miss Kira. Wait, this is way further back. Did I not do this right? Uh-oh. I mean, that's not too far back. Uh-oh, I didn't save. Did it not keep my save? Did it just delete? Wait, it did not. It just undid a save? I hit the save button, right? Whoa. Okay, I think I screwed up. I mean, we're not too far behind, so it's not a big deal, but... I'm also out of tea, so very sad. I heard you meant to save. Yeah, I said, I'm gonna save before I present evidence, and I did. But maybe I just didn't click OK or something. Either that, because that would be evil to undo like your most recent save and go back to the previous save. They didn't do that. I must have just forgot. That would be like too cruel. It says it was on Animal Crossing. Hey, that's okay. Alright, so let's just get an actual save. Make sure I click the OK button this time. Punk, punk, punk.
Objection.
Objection. I'm gonna make a resave here. I'm gonna do it on my bottom save, just in case I don't screw anything up. We're utilizing all 3 save slots. Wait, no, don't go back. Okay. Very well, defendant. Present your evidence. Okay. That Lady Darklaw carried the accused up the bell tower. I think, to be honest, I don't know if I want to use a hint coin. Well, let's see. How many have I done? I did this one. I did that one. I didn't do the records. I didn't do that. I did this, and I didn't do that. I also presented some profiles. Show us evidence that proves Lady Darklaw carried the accused up the bell tower. I already tried the row. Accused of murdering the storyteller. At her at the time of the incident. I was actually going to say maybe I should present Eve, but I already accidentally presented Eve, and that was wrong. So I'm not going to do that. Because I thought maybe you could say, oh my god, it's so loud.
You need to be the Ohio in the slide.
That's
so
pick me to be a hawk
loud.
or a Tua. I'm both. From the screen to the
Oh,
ring, to
Raisa,
the pen,
Raisa.
to the kick. You have yacht to raise if you wanna be better than the
I
average.
love Raisa.
Maybe
She's so
if
silly.
someone say don't like me, that's because maybe I'm too good. I don't know why.
Thank you, Raisa. Thank you, Ezra. I appreciate it. Be the Ohio. Yeah. I'm working on it. I have it like, you guys have half the volume on, because I can split my audio channels. So imagine what you were listening to and then double the volume. That's what I heard. I have it like really loud for me. Why? I don't know. So imagine double the volume. Okay. Double the skivity. It feels so good to be hawk-tooed in my ears. Actually, now that I learned the meaning of that, I take that statement back. I take it back, because now I know what that term means, and I regret saying that out loud. I'm just gonna use the hint coin for the sake of time. For the sake of, I don't want to fail. I don't want to get locked up in a stupid death trap. Plus, I have 170. Okay, so it's one of these. Well, I did those two, so it has to be the bell tower. All right, how is this? This is the thing where I was like, well, there's nothing to be used here. Entrance, belfry. I don't see how the bell tower. I don't see how that.
Take that!
What? I presented all of the rest. I presented the other two. Am I supposed to just die? What? I don't get it. Did I not present one of them? What? Bro, I literally presented both of these.
Take that!
Okay. Is it the footsteps? I presented the footsteps. I presented them first. No, I presented the pendant first, but I did the footsteps second. Are you kidding me? I don't get it, dude. If the footsteps work, I don't know, man. I'm gonna rewatch my stream and I'm gonna cry.
Take that!
I presented that. I did that. I did that. I did that. I'm reloading. I'm reloading. I'm mad. I'm going to use a hint coin. I'm going to use a hint coin just to be fair, but I did that and I'm mad. Oh, okay. So I did save, but okay, so there's a save point, but it doesn't allow you to save right before the evidence. Okay, that's fair. So we're allowed to skip through all this here. Yeah. Because I saved right before I did evidence, but I guess it forces you back here. That's fine. More like a save point. Okay. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Objection.
Okay. Bro, I'm still mad. I'm gonna be so mad if I didn't click that. I am almost certain. Also, how many times have I presented the piece of evidence? Like, I know this is a different game, and it doesn't have to necessarily be based off of, but like the most you ever present a single piece of evidence is like maybe 3 times. I presented that thing 5 or 6 times, dude. This is the same piece of evidence. That should always be my go-to now. Is just present the footsteps painting from now on. Just be like, what did the defendant eat at home? And it'd be like, Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at these footsteps. All right, let's see why. Just because I know it's this, I actually don't know why. Is it because she couldn't keep her heels up, and so she was too heavy that forced her heels down? I don't know. Maybe Darklaw has, like, crazy calves, dude. Maybe she, like, just does calf raises, and she can hold 300 pounds on her back while on her toes. You never know. She has big calves, I assume. There's just something in your testimony just now I'm not buying. And that's the footprints that were left in the bell tower. Just back to the footprints that they already said, bro, that doesn't matter. Did I not just finish admitting that those were my footprints? Mr. Darklaw, you stated the following. There was no heel on the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footsteps as far as possible. However, the reality is, these footprints pictured in the sketch actually contain a heel. That means something must have prevented you from being able to tiptoe along the footprints that were already there. I'm just telling you, dude. She's got the calves of a god. She's got the thighs of a god. Why not the calves, you know? Just add on. If you're doing thigh day, you're probably doing calf day. I'm just saying. I don't know if she does thigh day. I don't know if thigh day is a thing. I think it's leg day. But I don't work out, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Prevented? Ah, you mean... That's right, Your Honor. Miss Darklaw, when you climbed up the bell tower tonight, you must have been carrying Miss Cantabella on your back. Is that correct? Dun 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 dun. If you remember, it rained quite heavily tonight. That means the stairs must have been quite slippery. With your two hands occupied carrying my client, there would be no safe way for you to tiptoe up the stairs without falling. You're going up the slippery route? Okay. This is better than my calf route, but okay. That right there is the truth behind the footprints on the staircase. See, I would not have guessed. I mean, when I was doing all bonk, 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 I was guessing at which evidence. I would not have guessed that truthfully. Because I thought we had already passed the footprints out. Because Layton was like, nah, you can't prove it. You can't prove it. And so I was like, fine, then I won't. But I guess I was supposed to prove it all along. Lady Darklaw, you... You're not gonna fight back? You could easily fight back. Just say your calves are strong. Fine, I admit it. Okay, alright, she just gave up. It is as you say. I donned the robe and made my way up the tower. I was not alone. I carried both Espella, Cantabella, and her little friend up the tower with me. Ah, so Eve was there. Little friend. The black-furred creature of hers. Thing is nary a second from her side. Oh, she must be Eve. Mean Eve. When I arrived at the top of the tower, I saw this girl already there and called out to her. I was very shocked to see Mistress show up in person like this, like that. The girl's presence was an inconvenience, so I immediately put her to sleep. With the spell Falnier? Are you just admitting? Wait, what? Believe it or not, just like you said, Defender, I used what remained of Belduke's medicine. Okay, I was gonna say, it's like, are you just admitting to being a witch? Like, we're not even close to that, but okay. I used what remained of Belduke's medicine to put the girl out of the picture. And what then? And that's when Miss Kira put up a fight and pulled the pendant right off your neck, correct? That's right. So you're admitting to have the same pendant. I cannot fathom it. That would mean the pendant actually belongs to you, Lady Darklaw. So they are just saying it's hers. Okay. I just have one question, Miss Darklaw. Why? Why take Espella up to the bell tower? To frame her, obviously. Why render her unconscious? And why go through the trouble of sneaking past the guards? What exactly was your aim in all of this? I am in no way obliged to answer that question. Yes, you are! This is a trial about Espella committing a murder. You carried her unconscious body to the crime scene. You absolutely need to answer that question. In fact, that's the only question. Oh, that's one of the main questions that we need to answer. Your Honor, I carried this I carried the accused body to the crime scene where they then committed the crime. I don't think I need to tell you why I did that. No more questions. Like, excuse me? What? What makes you say that? Simple. Not that this has any relevance to the case at hand. What do you mean? What do you mean? All three of you were there when the murder happened. It absolutely mattered. Layton, come on. You can't stand for this, right? You can.
Objection!
Miss Darklaw, you rendered the witness unconscious and locked her up at the top of the bell tower. I'd say that's more than a little relevant.
Objection!
Layton, how? How are you gonna get me out of this? How are you gonna get us out of this? No, Layton, you can't. You can't logic your way out of this, please. Your Honor, if I may, the Inquisition believes the defense's question to be irrelevant to the current case. Layton. Ibuki, I need you right now. I am losing my brain. I'm losing my brain. Voice. Hi, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, voice. The oh-so-smart man and logical brain is somehow telling us, nah, you're wrong. I don't get it. I guess, voice, since you just came in, this lady carried the accused, right? Supposedly she committed a murder, this person. And this other lady carried her to the crime scene unconscious, attacked someone, and then she's like, nah, it's not important to the murder scene. I just carried the murderer to the crime scene unconscious. Not related. And Layton's gonna be like, yeah, I believe. Yeah, no problem, boys. I'm doing well. Well, I'm not fully done raising Yuka, but I'm almost done raising Yuka for Gauze. And I'm building Wakamo for my second team. So we're getting there. I'm not ready, though. I'm not going to have any fun. All right, Layton, logic your way. Professor, what are you saying? It would seem the defense has forgotten a very important point. All right. Namely, the point of this, Mr. Wright. Huh? The aim of this trial is to find the identity of the Great Witch Bezella. There were 3 people up there who could have said Grandworm. She's one of those 3 people, okay? Whoever said Grandworm, whoever finishes or says Grandworm will be the Great Witch. She could have said it. How is this not part of this? Whether or not Miss Darklaw locked the witness at the top of the bell tower is hardly relevant to the purpose of the trial. Yes, it is, Layton! She was up there. She could have said it. Layton, I don't know, man. I think you're I don't know, man. I don't know if this is his smartest moment. I don't know if he's trying to like this is clearly wrong and he knows it. I don't know, man. This is not like the aha, I out-logicked you. This is like, come on, man. What are you doing? Finish building yours, Kyoko. I think her equipment is ready. I haven't done her talents yet. I should have a fair amount of Gehenna mats. But equipment should be ready. She's still at level 38, but I have enough mats to get her to 70 or 80 if I need. So I'll have to check, though. Maybe I'll do some Gehenna mat farming for the next few days. I think I'll do that, because I have enough of the others, so I'll do that. Ready for insane. No. I'm gonna cry. I think it'll be fun. I think I'll do another Saturday. Well, maybe I'll do a Wednesday stream. Not this Wednesday, but I'll do a stream eventually. But there is one thing that is very clear. Neither Miss Darklaw nor this witness could have possibly be Bezella. How? Explain. What? Even Phoenix is like, I don't follow your logic. Usually I do, but...
If either one of the two were Bezella, then there would be no need for them to have this robe of invisibility.
I mean... Oh, I see. No, but if she was carrying Bezella, I guess unless there's a spell to turn a person invisible, does Demir turn people into... I guess it's just anything. Okay, so anything. Okay, so I guess you could use Demir and then make yourself invisible. Because I was going to say maybe you can only make yourself invisible, so she would need the robe to turn. Okay, I see.
They cannot use any magic. Therefore, it's inconceivable that either of them could be the Great Witch.
Alright, that seems to counteract. Okay. So you're trying to say because they use the robe, neither of them are magic. Okay, I see what you're saying. That seems like good logic, unconnected to what I was saying.
A rather straightforward argument if there was ever one. At the time of the incident, there were 3 people present. Well, of those 3, 2 used the robe of invisibility to vanish from sight, leaving only one person, indeed, Miss Cantabella. With this in mind, the larger question is, who is Bezella?
Is that not obvious? The accused Dispella Cantabella is the only possible answer. Besides, the accused voice was heard by all the townspeople chanting the spell Grandworm. Dude, imagine if she forgot that she was the Great Witch. She said Grandworm, and then a giant snake fire came out and killed everyone. She's like, oh crap, I forgot. I can't say that. Because I'm the Great Witch.
Objection!
Say that again. Not so fast. I happen to think these witnesses are extremely relevant to this trial. Did you forget about Miss Kira? She supposedly took a one-way trip into that pit of fire over there. And yet there she is, in one piece, testifying that she returned in order to kill the ruler of Labyrinthia, the storyteller. Then there's Miss Darklaw, who rendered the defendant unconscious and proceeded to transfer her up to the bell tower. I'd say there's more than enough reason to investigate who these two really are. Yeah.
Only to discover they are not in fact the Great Witch Bezella?
You don't know that yet. I mean, he does. He knows everything. He's just playing us along. But I'm saying there's a possibility that these two are somehow related to Bezella. Bonk. He's very close with that. He might just be accurate with that.
The court will now announce its thoughts on the matter. I must say what Inquisitor Layton has stated certainly does ring true. However, Lady Darklaw, I have one question I must ask you.
What exactly were you hoping?
Or what exactly were you hoping to accomplish here tonight?
I assure you, 'twas not my intent to deceive the good citizens of Labyrinthia. Okay? However, I must now reveal the truth to you all. Oh, come on. Bruh. We've been playing for 3 hours. Actually, no, this is part 3. This is 6 hours in. Plus the one from right now. 7 hours. And you're just gonna tell us the truth? Burn her, not because she's a witch, but because she's annoying. Throw her into the pits for wasting my time. Or put me in instead. What did she say? You don't think Lady Darklaw is in league with the witches, do you? She can't be. She was the only one that saw that other witch's demise.
Lady Darklaw, are you saying that you're...
No, she said, I'm going to tell you the truth. She didn't tell you what the truth was. She's like, no, the truth was I had a BLT for lunch. Something completely unrelated. That's right, my lord. I am a shade. A shade? Whoa. burn her, not because she's a witch, because she's a... Luke, wait, no, you're back. What did I tell you about that nasty word? It's not what we call a lady. But yes, into the fire. Correct ending, wrong path to the answer. Truth is her name isn't Dark Law, it's Light Law. Apparently she's a shade. A shade. Bonk. Lady Darklaw, will you please tell the court exactly what you mean when you say shade? This is for us, the audience, because Phoenix and Maya are the only people here who don't know what a shade is. You notice that I left out Layton, because Layton knows everything. I guess the law would be pretty dark in the shade. I guess it would. Yes, of course. I grow weary of standing behind this bench. I will tell you all I can. The heck is she trying to pull? I testify about something that could potentially undermine your credibility. What's a shade? I'm excited to hear. Another testimony. Yay! I love testimonies. Shades. Shades live outside the realm of those who dwell within Labyrinthia. To them, I am known as the Great Witch. Okay. Those that are put to the flames in the witch trials become shades, who live their lives in the woods. We exist to carry out... Oh, I forgot. Shades are the things that we learn. Okay, I forgot, okay? I forgot. That was, what, 6,000 streams ago? I forgot the term. They're the people, the Eldritch Woods people, right? We exist to carry out tasks given to us by our mistress, the Great Witch herself. So this is gonna be that thing where she's like, well, they call me the Great Witch, but I'm not the Great Witch. Which is a crazy, like, cover-up to be like, I'm not the Great Witch, or I'm the Great Witch, not the Great Witch. And the whole time she actually is the Great Witch. It's just like a crazy hiding in plain sight. I am not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit. So you were a witch. So they're saying when people get burned, they get turned into shades. But there has to be something else, because there were men who were shades, or at least supposedly men. We could hear, and they said like their voices were men or whatever. So I guess maybe people who get killed by witches also become shades somehow. But like, the witch trial made sense because they got put in a fireproof cage and dropped into a hole where they were led away. But like, what about the two guys at the beginning? They were just incinerated. They were not incinerated above a hole. So is it magic or not magic? I'm confused. Don't burn me, it's all fine. I'm not the Great Witch. I'm the Great Witch. I handle the metal grates. Yes, obviously. That would be a very Phoenix Wright thing to do. What on earth, High Inquisitor Darklaw? Do you mean to say that not only are you a witch, but that you are the Great Witch? Unbelievable. Lady Darklaw is the Great Witch. The Great Witch. Doesn't that mean she's Bezella? That's right. Lady Darklaw is Bezella. I do hope you have not forgotten what we established only a moments ago. It is not possible for Miss Darklaw to be Bezella. But Inquisitor Layton, surely the testimony just now proves it. Yeah, but in all fairness, I do that all the time. My client says, I'm guilty, and I'm like, no, Your Honor, they're insane. Don't listen to them. That somehow works out. So I can't really fault Layton for saying this, because I do it all the time. Great shot of her hair tail. Yeah, she's got some long hair. Very pretty. I'm afraid that in the heat of such revelations, you have all misheard the information. 'Tis pointless. This is the extent of what people of this town will believe. I believe the truth will become clear during the cross-examination. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright? I
Sure. Bonk. Defender, you may begin your interrogation. Oh, I just noticed that Leighton's face is on the sword when you have the little animation. That's cool. I mean, I'm assuming that was always there. I just never looked. Okay. Press. Great Witch. Yes, that's right. However, I am not Bazella. The mistress to those who dwell in the Eldritch Wood is dubbed the Great Witch. Even if I wanted to be Bazella, I couldn't. As the ever so charming Inquisitor stated earlier. Ooh, you hitting on him? Don't hit on my dad. It's very weird. I'm the only one who hits on my dad. I didn't. I'm gonna move on. Pretend I didn't say that. Do not think that through. But also stop hitting on him. Stop hitting on him, okay? He's taken. He's taken. And he suffered enough. So I'm gonna just move on. Even if I wanted to be Bazella, I couldn't. As the ever so charming Inquisitor stated earlier, I cannot use magic. Listen. I made a mistake. I had confused emotions. I didn't know what I meant. But I did in my heart. I think. I don't know. Miss Darklaw, I have one question. What do you mean by live outside the realm? I meant just that, Inquisitor. We truly do live in a realm separate from this town. You mean you live outside the walls? Now, surely one as intelligent as yourself has worked out the answer by now, no? Yeah, he knows everything. Perhaps that remains to be seen, Miss Darklaw. Regardless, 'tis something we cannot discuss with anyone. But it is something that the defense should be able to prove. Why me? You partake in camping. Permanent camping. Oh, sounds like a challenge. By the way, Miss Darklaw, since you're not actually a witch, could you hold the scepter and scream, Ignaze for me and just see what happens? I don't know, just crazy thought. Just, you know, just kind of do that. I'm assuming that the witch has to, like, really mean it instead of just say the word, because that would be wild. But imagine, that would make life so much easier. It's like, hold the staff and say the spell, and if it works, you're dead. And if you don't say it, you're dead. So, ha. Why do you continue to be called that? To answer that, I must first discuss the true identity of the Shades.
Hold it!
So, you're saying that the Kira here right now is a Shade version of a Kira from before? Indeed, Defender. The girl has no recollection of her life prior to living in those woods. Well, she still picks flowers. So something's in there. Either if that's muscle memory or something. She's got something. She remembers that she likes flowers. What manner of witchery is this? Why? Oh, because she's a witch, Your Honor. I thought you would pick up on that, but okay. This girl, Kira the flower seller, was cast straight into the flames before our very eyes. Are you aware that you put them in a giant metal box and you don't physically watch them go into the fire? Like, it's crazy to watch it happen, but if someone were to say, hey, they're in a metal case and they just get dropped below the flames, that would be pretty easy to believe. So, like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of stage magic YouTube videos, so, like, it's not that crazy to have it explained to be like, oh, they just go beneath the floor. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. I didn't watch their skin burn, so, like, yeah, it could have been anything. Kira stood out there like, what are they talking about? I was in the fire? Cool. That's right, Your Honor. But as you can see, she didn't die. You see, there's actually a trick to the incineration device in the witch's court. A trick? He doesn't know. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't want your judge to know. So, once the verdict has been delivered, the court attendants moved the steel cage into position, after which a seal is shut. Wow. Does he know? Apparently not. What if he was the Great Witch the whole time? Well, that would be a crazy twist. He could be the storyteller. He never seen the storyteller and the judge in the same place at the same time. Whoa. Nah, he's too stupid. He slays in that headdress. He really does. Judges always look awesome. I hope to look half as good as they do at that age. And the cage is dropped down in the pit of fire. The bottom of the cage opens, allowing the witch inside to escape unharmed into the underground passage. If what you're saying is true, Defender, then what of this town's witch-purging history? What has been the purpose of all this? You and the knights have indeed been ridding Labyrinthia of witches. However, nary a single life has been taken in the process. That is the reality. So she is saying that they survive, but I still want to know, what of the people who get murdered? Because now you explain how the witches live, but not how the people that the witches killed live. So that must be actual witchcraft. But you cannot truly expect me to believe such a ridiculous notion. You're looking at it. You're looking at a girl you saw get burned alive. How is this not proof? I hope Maya doesn't take off her helmet and say, "See, do you believe me now?" Because that would just, yeah, I wouldn't do that good. Your Honor, it's true. Oh my God, Maya. Maya, no, I just said don't do this. We could have proved this without you taking the helmet off, you idiot. Maya, you're giving me an aneurysm. Take a good hard look. Doesn't get any more alive than this. It's you. Ayame. Ayame? Ayame. Oh, that was a cute pose, though. She is very cute when she wants to be. Well, it's actually Maya Fey. Your forgetfulness. Your forgetfulness. Awesome. What the heck are you doing? Everyone's gonna recognize you. Yeah, but seeing is believing, Nick. Now they have to believe you. Crap. Burn her. Do you see? Are you satisfied? All those found guilty in the witch trials lose their names, magic, and memory. But Maya didn't lose her memory. I guess maybe it's when they get brought to the Eldritch Woods, something gets done to them. So, but because Maya was rescued by Layton before that happened, maybe that's how she didn't get her memory wiped. Maybe Maya's just built different, dude. All those hamburgers, those localized hamburgers, just go straight to her brain and make her remember stuff better. And the mistress of those shades is the Great Witch. As you can see, this girl too has become a shade of their former self. Whoa. It's almost like that's what they planned. That's like a metaphor or something. I don't know. I have no more words to express my utter disbelief at this situation. That's enough. Shall we return to the testimony? Why do I have the feeling things are going to get a lot worse? Because now I'm working with a witch, according to them.
Hold it!
These tasks you mentioned, were you acting on them this evening? Yes, I was told to come here and become a Bazel. Oh yeah, so now it's gonna look bad because apparently Darklaw gave her an order to kill the storyteller. But wait just a moment, witness. Did you just say become Bazella? I think they meant metaphorical, Your Honor. My, how absolutely dreadful. Why would anyone be given such a terrible task? Where have these shades come from? Bonk. Order! I'm sorry. I don't know why I was given such a task. All I can do is follow the orders I'm given. Good soldiers follow orders. There's my Star Wars reference. Granted, I know that bleeds into much more than Star Wars, but that's as good as we're getting so far.
If I can do that, then I can return. What do you mean, you can return? Such is the nature of the shades. Neither human nor witch. Theirs is an existence spent in the shadows. Each of the shades is given specific tasks. Then, upon successfully completing such tasks, they are allowed to return to Labyrinthia as brand new people. Oh! Interesting. So I thought they were just permanently being forced to do tasks, which could still be the truth. This could be a lie fed to the shades. With like, oh, if you do this, you can go back, when in reality, no one goes back. But because if you could just keep mind wiping people, they'll be like, oh, it's a new person. They can't see faces. But I don't know. Like, how would you bring them back as new people?
But Lady Darklaw, how could they return as brand new citizens? When we already know who they are. Alright, here we go. For instance, we all recognize the former flower seller standing before us.
Now that, my lord, remains a secret. But a secret you will come to understand sooner rather than later. I sure hope so. Can't just dangle that fruit in front of me. They just have like crazy plastic surgeons out there. Everyone eventually gets to go back to Labyrinthia except for like a plastic surgeon who is forced to stay there for the rest of his life. Constantly changing faces. He's like, come on, a task that never ends. This is so unfair.
Simply baffling.
The one who gives us our tasks is the Great Witch. The one that... That would be you, Lady Darklaw. I mean, oh magnificent one.
Bonk. She's pretty magnificent.
Got calves for days.
While this explanation is wrought with much I cannot comprehend, I request the witness add this to her testimony.
Okay. Alright. Lady Darklaw was a vulnerable mistress. She assigned us our tasks. She was the Great Witch. Whoops.
Hold it!
So, about these tasks, can you give us any other examples? A shade's task must never be discussed with others, no matter what. She says that even though she just finished telling us all about her secret task. Well, this one's different. This one's like, hey, do this or we're gonna kill you.
Incidentally, do you perhaps remember when you arrived back in town to carry out your orders?
Well, not really. My memory's still a little fuzzy. Say, didn't Kira only just recently become one of those shade thingies? Still, I failed in my task tonight. To think of it, Luke and I had our little run-in with Kira. Remember being blown clear across the marketplace. Yeah, and you threw it back for some reason, which was awesome. Very cool. I never saw any explosives or gunpowder. Maybe Kira was given a task of blowing you up to smithereens, Nick. And we're done. Getting back to the testimony. Sure, there's something here. It just doesn't add up. So there's something in that testimony. Let's see. I'm gonna keep pressing, but I want to read. Is there vulnerable? I think it's venerable, not vulnerable. Mention, hey guys, remember him? Please. No, I don't know who's Luke. What is Luke? What Luke? It's funny because like they did mention where is Luke. I think they did mention where is Luke. Did they? They must have, right? They must have said, hey, where's Luke? And then just moved on. Or so for them to be like, hey, the professor's back. And then just not mention Luke. That'd be cruel. At least Maya's, you know, they're the sidekicks. They gotta notice each other. Generally don't think they do. Dang, that's so funny. They're just like, well, I guess Luke must have died off screen. Luke gone, carry on. Very sad day. Alright, I'll come back to that.
Hold it!
You really don't have any recollection of your old flower selling self, do you? I don't. When a witch becomes a shade, they lose all memory of their past life. They lose their memories.
But why? And yet you still have some grasp of the concept of magic, do you not, Witness? Let me spell it out for you. Magic does not exist in the Eldritch Woods. Oh, but there are actually lots of things back in the forest that I have not seen in this town. There are things there you haven't seen here? Like really huge machines that sort of thing. Oh yeah, they were making that crazy juice. The Kool-Aid and the Powerade. Powerade is the only blue drink I could think of. I think it was red and blue. There's one that spits out fire with such amazing speed, and then it expels these huge plumes of gray smoke. Oh. Is that what's in the fire pit? To hide the thing? A machine that spits fire? Never heard of such a thing. Wait, it was a flamethrower? You're telling me this giant animated dragon fire was a flamethrower? Nah. Dude, they can't. There's real magic in this world. You're not gonna are they gonna logic away all magic in this world? I can't believe it. There's no way they're gonna logic away all the magic in this game. I did not believe. I never should have doubted the professor. Are you certain that these machines of which you speak are not simply magic? You know, now that you mention it, I don't think anyone from this town can actually see those of us from the forest. What? We're looking at you. They can't see you? It'd be something like the robe. How can such a thing even be possible without magic?
Objection.
What do you got, Layton? Miss Darklaw, if I may interrupt for just... You were interrupting Kira, but go on. What is it, Inquisitor Layton? Through your testimony just now, we have all come to understand the process of how one becomes a shade. However, I was hoping you could perhaps elaborate on one additional point. Namely, what exactly the purpose behind the shades? You just wanted some minions to do your work, and the knights didn't cut it. If you wish to know our purpose, there are certain other things you must first understand. Once you've done that, the answer should be quite clear. Isn't that right, Defender? I don't know, man. Just do my work for me. I don't want to do this. Come on, Layton. Can you help me? I don't want to do this. It's a lot of work. The purpose behind the shades. Rest assured, you will not get the answer from me. As the saying goes, the witch is in your court, Defender. I don't think that's how the saying goes at all. It's the ball. Are you a ball? Are you ball? Balls. The hell is she talking about? Sounds like Darklaw's challenging me to figure this out. Challenge accepted. Not like I have a choice.
Hold it!
Miss Darklaw, what is the purpose of the shades? As mistress to the shades, I cannot disclose the purpose of their existence. Well then, since Miss Darklaw is unable to tell us herself, it seems we must rely on evidence instead. Evidence, huh? I do believe the shades could have something to do with that which exists in this town, but ought not to. Something that exists, but shouldn't. Bonk. Well, Defender, are you prepared to present evidence? Yeah, let me just check my notes real quick. Alright, making a quick save? Alright, we're all set. I said it out loud this time. I mean, I said it out loud all the times. Because it's a joke that never gets old. It's so funny every time I say I gotta make a save. But yeah, I'm good. Yeah, let's do this. I was born ready, Your Honor. She's like, yeah, no, you're not. You have nothing. It's like, you're an idiot. Something that exists in this town but shouldn't. I think I know what you're getting at.
Your Honor, is it the fact that I have like a 3-piece suit in this medieval town? Is it the fact that I have nothing? I have no clothes, like, that are correct? Your Honor, is it the crazy top hat that the Leighton has?
Defender, please present your evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. The purpose of the shades could be to make sure this particular thing exists in Labyrinthia. Oh, the bell tower. Yeah, the bell tower just kind of appeared. Let's see. The purpose of the shades could be to make sure this particular thing exists in Labyrinthia.
Take that!
It's not the bell tower. Well, how about this? Defender, the other day you found yourself caught in a nasty little explosion in the marketplace, did you not?
How'd you know about that? I guess you would know. It's probably like...
Yes, that's right. Well then, the Shade's goal should be rather simple to work out. It was to rid Labyrinthia of useless time-wasting defenders in the ridiculous blue outfits. But I like my blue suit. I was cold-hearted.
There is but one thing these shades must ensure exist in this world, Mr. Wright. There are many potential answers, of which any will do.
Many answers? Bro. Oh, magic? Like the Grand Grimoire?
Show the court one of these answers. And perhaps it would be in your best interest to not to anger the witness with irrelevant answer for a second time, Mr. Wright.
I think we're going to do it for 4 more times because I don't know what you mean. Could the defense please have another chance to think this through, Your Honor?
Bonk. Lady Darklaw, please give your testimony to the court one more time.
Of course, my lord. Oh, thank God I don't die. That's nice. So I'm going to make a quick... Oh, wait, but that means I have to save again. Oops. Do I have enough evidence to present? Like, maybe if I keep talking, I'll learn more. One true purpose. Okay, let me see. So it's not the bell tower. He said there are many answers. So I'm thinking magic. To keep the magic real? Or to make magic happen? I don't know. It can't be the invisibility robe. I don't think there's an entire secret society for invisibility robes. That would be kind of crazy. Oh no, the only thing I have is the magic. So that has to be what he means, right? So let me reload. Do 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 do. 48 right at the top. Do do do. Skip. I gotta read the journals eventually too. Yep, let's go. I'm gonna guess Grand Grimoire. Alright. I'm just gonna guess. He said many of them, so let's do this.
Take that!
Yeah, okay, there we go. That was actually pretty obvious. Once Leighton said that. Something that doesn't exist. I have a feeling no one is going to like the answer I'm about to give. They'll probably end up shaking this town to its core. So they are going to logic their way out of all the magic. They really are. Wow. They're really going to do it. I should have known. But I've got to tell them the truth that has to come out. Since I arrived here in Labyrinthia, there's been no shortage of really strange events. Ignace, Demir, Godor, Goldor, and now Grandworm, or a couple other spells, but I forgot them. The mere command of magic is in itself a crime, is it not? In this town, witches are arrested and made to participate in witch trials. They are then sentenced to death by fire. But none of those witches actually died. That supposed death by fire wasn't real. And neither is magic. doesn't really exist.
What are you saying, Defender?
The Eldritch Woods apparently contain some rather large machines, unlike anything that exists in Labyrinthia. Machines that emit fire and produce large plumes of smoke. But what about the invisibility cloak? How are you going to logic that away? I'm very interested. Is it like AR goggles that everyone is wearing? I don't know. To top it all off, the citizens of Labyrinthia are not able to see said machines. Oh, okay. So that the cloak applies to all Labyrinthia thingy, or all machines. The cloak property.
It sounds nothing more than it sounds like nothing more than magic.
Yes, that's exactly it, Your Honor. Miss Darklaw. Magic doesn't really exist in this town. That's the answer, isn't it?
Magic does not. What other nonsense?
What? It seems we have finally arrived at the stunning conclusion. The secret behind Labyrinthia.
What? What?
What do the townsfolk have to say? Bonk.
Order, 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 I say.
That's his first 3 orders. Let's go.
What is the meaning of this?
It means that all of the magic you've seen in this town was nothing more than an illusion created and put into motion by the Shades.
But Defender, the witches. We've clearly seen them use magic.
Leighton, what are you thinking about?
Let us take a moment to think carefully about the systems employed by the Shades. Systems? What is essential in order for a witch to use magic?
A witch must possess a Telia Magica and must say an incantation in order to cast a spell.
And the spells able to be cast are determined by the scepter's magic gems.
Okay.
Now, what do you think the purpose of placing such requirements on the use of magic? What do you mean, purpose? These requirements are not there to allow the user to cast magic. Rather, the reality is they are to inform the Shades of who should be using magic.
Okay. Huh? So magic exists, but no one can wield it. Naturally. Right? What?
It is possible that the witches were always being closely observed by the Shades.
Oh.
That is why they donned these robes, to appear hidden until they were needed to create magic.
What? So they're in the town. They're all here. They're just invisible to us. So, oh, that's cool. So, like, for example, when they say in the court record, in the Grand Grimoire for Ignace, when it says 1 meter away, it's because there's a shade in an invisibility cloak who's just throwing a fire, like, maybe, I don't know, creating some kind of fire. Oh. And then for Demir, you could probably just throw a cloak on somebody. The Goldor one, that's the one that I'm still a little confused about. I don't get how you turn someone into gold. Unless there's someone who just like makes carbon copies of every possible object in gold so you can swap them out. Familia, you could just bring something like a cat. I don't know how you do the portal spell. Interesting. So witches aren't actually doing magic. They're sort of being gaslit into thinking they're doing magic. But someone else is doing the actual thingy. Okay. That's interesting.
Create? Indeed. There are all kinds of spells within this tome. It would be quite troublesome if they were simply allowed to use any spell at will.
Yeah. It would make the Shades' jobs that much more difficult for sure. Oh, and they have the gems not because they have any magic power. It's so that at a glance the Shades could be, okay, this witch can do these 2 spells, as opposed to having to guess what they're gonna say. You have a, okay, it's gonna be this one or this one. Okay. Precisely so. I mean, that still doesn't explain how said spells are cast, because, like, yeah, maybe the witch isn't doing Ignaze, but somehow a flame is being created. Whether that be, like, some kind of, like, explosive device or something. I don't know.
Precisely so. That is why it's imperative that a certain restriction be placed on the use of magic.
Ah, you're referring to the Telemagica, right, Professor?
Of course, no wonder the scepter could only contain 2 magic gems. Then there is the incantation. What would happen if a witch could simply whisper the incantation quietly to herself, or not even say it at all?
Boy, that'd be so cool. I'd be casting spells all day long, and no one could ever see it coming. Maya, you need to be quiet right now. No talking. Maya, we spent an entire trial proving that you weren't a witch, remember? We just didn't give some sort of signal. And there'd be no way for the Shades to know when to cast the spell. It's kind of cool. I'm liking it.
Right you are, Mr. Wright. The incantations were a way of telling the Shades when the witch was ready to use magic. What on earth? Never did I think these requirements could have such a purpose.
That's cool. Bro, I can't see how anyone could have called this kind of ending. To just think like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of people in invisible robes who are actually performing the magic instead of the witches. But it all just fits so nicely. Level 5 in Capcom, you never fail. Or at least the Phoenix Wright writing team. I don't know. I don't want to say all of Capcom, but you know. I don't even know what other games Capcom makes, to be honest.
Now, let's think back to the previous events leading up to today that have involved magic.
All right, here we go. So I'm assuming they threw the fire down and then threw like an invisibility cloak on them. Ghost Trick. Isn't that an anime? I'm thinking of Ghost Stories, not Ghost Trick. My bad. Very different than Ghost Trick. Wildly different. Okay, never mind.
Our first encounter with magic was the use of the spell Ignaze a few nights ago.
Yeah, very big difference. Close enough. I don't know what you're talking about.
A spell like this.
There they are.
Was nothing more than flames spewed from a machine being used by the Shades.
Okay, so I see what they're doing. And they're doing the classic Layton realism, where it's like, there's no magic, but the real logic answer is something that is absurdly impossible. Like, for example, I guess spoilers. It's not a fake mystery town, it's a hallucinogenic town, you know? It's logic that works in the Layton universe. But even for this, how do you make stuff invisible logically in this world? Like, that feels like a big stretch, you know? I'm very curious to see how they make these things invisible to the labyrinthians. Because I like this explanation. This explanation is very late. It's very logic, right? Nothing is happening. They're just setting these up to time perfectly. But how do you make it invisible? That's what I'm curious about. Maybe because they're wearing shades? Like sunglasses? Shades, get it? Because shades, different kind of shades? I'm just kidding. That would be so stupid if that was the answer. That'd be really dumb.
That means Demir.
Spell that makes the caster disappear, no doubt about it. Must have been this robe.
Actually, the incident with Goldor. The spell that was transmuted me into a gold statue.
All right, here we go. He's already figured it out. All right. So it probably has to do something with reflectivity, maybe. Because when the robe gets dirty, you can see it. So something about being clean. So I'm thinking maybe something reflective, but like that can't be it.
The spell that transmuted me into a gold statue.
All right, how did this work?
While I understood this may sound a bit absurd, I can only surmise that the Shades created a I knew it. Dude, they really did. How did you do it that quickly? I guess maybe it was all planned from the beginning. But like, bro, they just made a golden Layton. That means I can have it. That means it exists. It didn't turn back into Layton. It's still there. There is a golden Layton statue somewhere in this town, and I want it. I don't care how much I have to pay. It's mine. And I'm taking it home. I ignore the warnings of the golden calf from the Bible. I worship the golden Layton statue. That the Shades created a golden statue in my image, took me and left it in my place, the instant the incantation was uttered. Wasn't Maya watching this, being like, hey, where did that gold statue come from, and why is Layton floating unconscious? Or maybe did Maya fall unconscious? Professor, it's no more absurd than anything else that's happened so far. We can therefore conclude that all of the magic in Labyrinthia was created in a similar vein. What do you say to that, Ms. Darklaw? So maybe they're going to say, like, it's not magic, it's alchemy. Because the alchemist was doing it for real. Like, he was making these effects really happen with medicine and whatnot. So maybe they're all just it's got to be they're all alchemists. And that maybe, because the alchemist and the storyteller were friends, that maybe the alchemist was like, hey, I could do this cool stuff. And then the storyteller, yeah, but let's do it cool. And then created the witches to do the same thing, but more fun. I'd expect nothing less from you, Inquisitor Layton. At any given time, there were between 5 and 10 witches in town. All the witches were accompanied by Shades at all times. Oh. It was easier than you would think. You see, the Shades living in Eldritch Woods, total in the hundreds. It was simply a matter of having each of the Shades operate in shifts in order to watch over each of the witches in the town. I must say, Lady Darklaw, it is quite the number of Shades. It was not only those who fell victim to the flames that were turned into Shades. Here we go. The two guys. But their victims too were made permanent residents of Eldritch Wood. Permanent. So only the witches can become humans again. Or to go back. But victims can't. Okay. But then, those two shady thieves from before were turned into Shades? I bet if we go back and like really read between the lines, we could figure out which shade is which. Ah yes, you mean Robs and Mugs. Despite their dubious appearance, those two were a couple of my best Shades. Shady thieves turned in... Oh! So they were Shades the whole time? No, because they cover their face, right? They weren't Shades the whole time, right? Shady thieves turns into Shades. This stuff writes itself. I think they were kidnapped and then turned into Shades. I cannot believe what I have heard. But I guess I have to, for plot reasons. However, there is still one thing I do not understand yet. Are we going to talk about how they're invisible? And what would that be? As has just been explained, we have established there is no possibility of magic being real. Game's logic is something, yeah. I'm very curious to see how they... To me, right now, the invisibility is the only thing that is stopping me from believing this logic. Because it's got the perfect latent logic explanation. Except for the invisibility. I'm really curious to see. Other than that, I'm pretty much sold on the logic so far. Maybe there's going to be something else. But replacing me with gold statue to give the illusion of transmutation, for example, well, it sounds simple enough. I myself, presumably also Mrs. Fay, have no recollection of replacement actually taking place. Well, to be fair, they have, you know, literally drugs that knock you out, and apparently they can remove memories. Which, another thing where I'm like curious, it's got to be just some kind of medicine or whatever.
Hey, that's right. Professor got all bling blingy before I could even bat an eye.
Begs the question, how and when was that statue created, let alone used to replace me?
I told you, they have golden replacements of every single person in the town, including animals and random objects, just in case. That's that's how it works.
That is true.
Same goes for Godor. It's supposed to create a portal between two green-colored walls. What's the other one I was kind of curious about?
Perhaps that is exactly why the spell can only work on green walls, Mr. Wright.
Still, it'd be impossible for the Shades to get those portals ready so quickly.
I agree. If I were to take a moment to think, we can see that all of these spells have one strange thing in common.
And the thing in common?
Yes, indeed. Almost as if some time between the start and the end of the incident was unaccounted for.
They can stop time, maybe?
Furthermore, any memory I might have had regarding the incident seems to have simply disappeared in the process.
I've got it, Nick. It's just like what happened to Kira. She got absolutely no memory of her life before Labyrinthia, before the trial, right? Yes, I do not remember this Kira you speak of. And, oh yeah, you really think about it. Doesn't it seem super weird how the Shades are able to return to the town if they complete their tasks?
You're right, Maya. I mean, the townsfolk are bound... Yeah, so they're just, like, drugging everyone to forget memories.
I mean, the townsfolk are bound to remember some things about them, right? Like how Miss Kira here threw a major hissy fit in court and was barbecued for being a witch. It was cute, though.
Eloquently put, Mr. Wright. Hence, we cannot yet conclude that this entire illusion was primarily accomplished through the use of machinery. Simply put, there must have been some way of affecting the memories of all those within the confines of this town.
Darklaw, could you just, like, save us 30 hours, please? Missing time and lost memories. Now that is interesting, Inquisitor. You are correct. There is, in fact, a secret that lies within the depths of the Eldritch Woods.
Is it the bell?
The bell hasn't rung yet, right? There is that bell. We still haven't got back there yet. Something that the people in this town cannot see. Something that can rob people of time and memories. This is the very thing that connects all of what you have heard tonight. It is a secret of monumental proportions. Okay, now it's the bell tower. Surely it's the bell tower now. You said monumental. Surely it's the bell tower. And let me guess. 'Tis the secret that cannot be revealed by the mistress of the Eldritch Woods. Is that right? Yes. An excellent deduction, Defender. So does that mean that there's no Great Witch? Bonk.
Witches' souls wander astray within the Eldritch Woods. Until tonight, I thought this nothing but a mere fairy tale told to children. It has become clear that a seemingly large organization lies within that forest.
Are they gonna go investigate? Was this a lie? Is this trial never gonna end? Am I gonna have to, like, keep saying part 5, part 60? The witches in this court is the border. The witches' court is the border between this world and the other world. No, dude. Oh my god, we're going on a field trip, dude. This game's never gonna end. Then that means in this world, you're Labyrinthia's High Inquisitor, while also being mistress to the Shades in the other world. Otherwise known as the Great Witch.
May I intervene for just a moment, Mr. Wright?
Sure.
In all honesty, there is still something that sticks out as a little odd. Particularly Miss Darklaw's previous testimony.
Thank you for doing my job. Did you say the previous testimony? I already pushed that on my head, bro. Me for real. Whenever they say, all right, testify again, I forget that testimony. Every time, dude. And then sometimes they're like, but if you remember, in Larry's first testimony, that was like 6 testimonies ago, he said this. And I'm like, well, I pushed it out because you said it was all a lie. So I forgot about it. How was I supposed to remember? From 8 hours ago.
There is one vital truth that we managed to take away from that testimony. You mean that magic does not truly exist in Labyrinthia,
But it exists in the Eldritch Woods, maybe? Is that what they're saying?
indeed quite the vital, albeit shocking truth. However, there is one more truth hidden within that same testimony.
There's something else in that testimony. There's still, I feel like there's gonna be some kind of magic in this game, right? Because we are in a book, right? We got magically transported to this book. So, like, there's gotta be some kind of magic. Unless they just pulled a spoilers for Unwound Future, and they just built it all underground again. They used the, it's actually, no, it's not a just lazy writing. It's just, there is now in the Leighton universe, there is a London-sized hole beneath London. So maybe they just use it, you know? They just use it again. That's something I just thought of. They didn't fill that. Did they fill the hole back up? Like, that's a huge hole to just fill. Where do they get the dirt from? Where did the dirt go in the first place? But second of all, did they just fill that up, or is that just still there? Like, there's still a hole in London underneath. It's a giant, like, cavern. Did they just leave it? I hope that comes up. It's never going to come up again, is it? It's just there. It's a permanent fixture to London. New canon London design. Giant hole. Oh, gosh. I must have checked the court record more times than I thought that I could count, but I didn't find a single contradiction.
Have you forgotten already? Mr. Wright, when there is no evidence left, you have to lie. Just make something up. We have but one more weapon at our disposal to uncover the truth. My trusty gun.
Oh, hey, I've got it, Nick. Remember in the witch trial, you can cross-examine two witnesses at the same time? I've been doing that forever. That's right, completely forgot. Being able to have to look at two testimonies side by side is bound to turn up with contradictions somewhere.
And that contradiction should provide us with a much needed clue.
I'm not entirely sure whether the professor is going with this, but I believe in his judgment. Besides, we're gonna blow this case wide open. It's gotta be worth a shot.
Bonk. Very well, we will now take a closer look at Lady Darklaw's previous testimony.
We didn't do this before, so we're gonna listen to a previous testimony? That's pretty cool. This is something I hope they bring back, because like I said, I can't remember every single testimony every time they change it.
There's a glaring contradiction between this piece of testimony and the others. Ready yourself, Mr. Wright.
Oh, we did this. Okay. Okay. Shades live outside the realm of those who dwell within Labyrinthia. To them I am the Great Witch. Those who are put to the flames in the witch trials become the Shades who live in the woods. Lady Darklaw was our venerable mistress. Was. It says was. She assigned us our tasks. She was the Great Witch. To them, I am known as. Okay, so that says was. I think that's it. I mean, they wrote was twice in there. That has to be it, right? Not a witch, nor am a wandering spirit. There's but one true purpose. The shades that dwell within the Eldritch Woods. I think it's this.
Objection!
Yeah! Oh, they said it together! Oh my god, why are we out of the stand? And then we went back to our spots. We left the stand just to pose up, and then we scampered back. Your Honor, there's obviously a huge discrepancy between those two pieces of testimony. As Darklaw stated, she is known as the Great Witch. Now, that was really funny. I love it. However, according to Miss Kira's testimony, Miss Darklaw was her venerable mistress, the Great Witch. They walked to the middle for the sick shot, and then they ran back. Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. That is correct. She was the Great Witch. Note Miss Kira's use of the past tense. Past tense? I'm afraid my grammar is not quite what it used to be. Oh my god, how far back is this society? Jesus. May I ask what you mean? Your Honor, are you an idiot? I give up. I'm gonna put you in the fire, or go to English class. What's her name? Pintree? Peacock? Is it Miss Peak? No. What's the Primrose? No. Right? Whoever this stupid kindergarten teacher is, we need her out here. It's simple. Miss Darklaw was mistress to the Shades, or as they called her, the Great Witch. Therefore, she is no longer the Great Witch. She is not the Great Witch. Witnesses is true. Huh? It is as you have heard, my lord. And now they're gonna say, she was, but now Espella is the Great Witch. That's what they're gonna do. I relinquish my position as the Great Witch in order to fulfill the objective of this task. What will the objective be? That would be the assassination of the storyteller, Your Honor. Witness, at the beginning of this trial, you stated that you came to this town in order to complete your task, didn't you? Oh, and you were going to become the next Great Witch. Oh. So you're gonna, like, take the fall, but become the Great Witch? What's more, you said that you were gonna summon a fire dragon to do it. Now, this task, it wasn't Miss Darklaw here that gave it to you, was it? No, it wasn't. So then, the most pressing question is, who was it that gave you that task? Who told you to come to Labyrinthia and assassinate the storyteller? Was it Espella? I cannot tell you, no matter what. Alright, so Darklaw isn't the Great Witch anymore. Which must mean the mastermind behind this entire thing is... Don't smile. Look at that smile. It seemed the defense has worked it out as well. Mr. Wright, you know who really gave Miss Kira her task tonight, do you not? Nunya. No, don't Nunya me. Don't you dare Nunya me. No. Bonk. Defender. I ask that you enlighten the court. Let me do a quick little savey save. Thank you. Alright, I'm ready, Your Honor. Show us who really gave the witness. Whatever.
Take that!
The storyteller? We're talking about someone with the authority and power to replace the Great Witch. Someone who calls the shots. I can't think of anyone else that meets those criteria, except for the storyteller himself. Preposterous, then that would mean... Exactly, Your Honor. It means that the storyteller gave his final task to Kira himself. He was in short responsible for his own assassination. What? Crazy. Even though Leighton knows he's still alive. Bonk. Order, order, order in the court. But for what purpose? Why would he plan his own assassination? That I cannot say, Your Honor. However, the final chapter of the story does tell of his inevitable death. While he assigned the task to Kira himself, it is perfectly natural that he would do so. Whoops. However, what is not natural is your behavior tonight, Miss Darklaw. Whoa. Just straight up calling her bad-mannered? What do you mean, Leighton? What is unnatural about High Inquisitor's behavior? You were once the head of all the Shades, and yet tonight you tried to interfere with the storyteller's plan. You rendered Miss Kira unconscious and locked her away in the belfry of the bell tower. That, to me, seems like the activity of someone aiming to put a stop to his plan altogether. It's because that's her dad. She doesn't want her dad to die. Whoa.
Indeed, Lady Darklaw. What would the reason be for such behavior? I leave that to you, Mr. Wright.
Oh, come on, man. It's getting good. Don't make me do the work. Just let me sit back and listen. Based on what we've seen in this trial, the defense believes Miss Darklaw's reason covering for her actions tonight can only be attributed to one thing. One thing. It's 1 out of 3 options that the game is going to give me to decide. And if I don't get it right, I'll just play it again and guess the other options. This plan was handed down by the storyteller himself.
Bit late. Wait, he lived.
He did. He did live. He did live. I mean, I don't know if she knows that, though. She probably does. Miss Darklaw is definitely aiming to put a wrench in it. But why? Sabotage she tried to betray. She tried to protect? I'm saying protect, dude. I'm still remembering that picture of Darklaw and Espella, which Phoenix doesn't know about. He doesn't know about. I'm going to just say you want to protect, because you really said you didn't want... She truly believed that maybe you could change the story. Could have been that she was trying to protect the storyteller. Protect. Exactly. That explains why she locked Miss Kira, the big, bad, scary witch, in the belfry.
Objection.
Dang it. Come on, man. I was having fun.
Please think a little harder, Mr. Wright. Miss Darklaw was carrying Miss Cantabella to the tower so that she could appear as the great witch Bezella.
Ah.
Following that, the storyteller perished.
Come on, man. Leighton. I know you gotta lead us on like that, but like, come on, man. Come on, man. We know he's not. We know he's alive.
I do not believe anything about her actions tonight indicate an intention to protect.
I don't see... That's true.
It is my belief.
And this was an act of betrayal. Oh, he just answered the question. Leighton, I love you. He just gave me the answer. He's like, I'm not sitting through this. I'm just giving you the answer. I give up. All right. Here's the answer.
It was an act of betrayal.
Thank you, Leighton. Imagine he gives me the option. Now that you know it was an act of betrayal, would you like to guess again? I guessed wrong again. Betrayal. Of course. That was my second guess. That was actually my first guess before I decided to guess my second guess. So actually, I was going to say that. So yeah. I should have seen that one a mile away.
The storyteller used the great witch Bezella to take his own life. Instructions to carry out the plan were given to Miss Kira, however. Miss Darklaw planned to intervene and change the scenario at the very last minute.
She planned to do so by changing the identity of the Great Witch from Miss Kira to Miss Cantabella.
Oh. Thus bringing us to our current situation. Miss Cantabella is on trial for the murder of her father at the hands of Bezella. You, Miss Darklaw, seem to harbor rather a strong hatred for the storyteller, if I am not mistaken.
Oh, well, I thought she liked... Well, maybe it's because she's like the forgotten daughter or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they were just friends and they weren't sisters. But like, they have the same pendant. A hatred, you say? Yes, I suppose you could call it that. That's right. Behold, my revenge.
Did you say revenge? Miss Darklaw, will you please tell the court of your revenge plan?
If you insist. Cross-examination again, dude? Oh, animation. Whoa. They changed it. The High Inquisitor and also the Great Witch. Long have I donned those two masks. One as Labyrinthia's protector, the other as its harbinger of destruction. Oh, so she's mad at the storyteller for making her play this crazy part. In other words, I was merely meant to serve him. And yet, He sought to selfishly pen the ending of the story under his own terms. He did not care enough about me or any of the townspeople to allow us the dignity of deciding our own fate. Indeed. What we witnessed tonight was the cowardly act of a man looking for an easy way to end that which he could not properly finish. He cared for no one but himself, hence his sudden sham of an ending. And for that, I will never forgive him. What do you mean by sham of an ending? The Great Witch Bezella is to summon a dragonfire and end the life of the creator. She will then be put on trial and judged, thus heading a period of peace and prosperity for all of Labyrinthia. Such is an ending written for this town and for its people. It is not an ending I oppose in principle. Who would not wish a happy ending for their own people? However, the problem lies in Bezella's identity. Bezella's identity? And authors OCs get pissed, yeah, at the plotline. Yeah. No. You're writing a character and they get mad at you because you suck at writing characters. I'm like, come on, man. I'm doing my best. As you know, he assigned the role of the Great Witch to this girl beside me. But you're saying that was a falsehood, is that correct? I knew Bezella's true identity. It is not something I could ever forget. That is why I went to the bell tower, and it is why I took the accused there. I did it to ensure the true witch foretold in the story was given the judgment she was due. The true witch? You don't mean... Yes, I speak of none other than Espella Cantabella. I forgot, I'll be honest. I kind of forgot she was up there. She's been up there for so long and she hasn't said a word. I completely forgot that she's been up there this whole time. Espella, are you hanging in there? It's been like 5 hours. Are you good? You need like some food or... I'm sorry I forgot about you. I'm sorry, okay? You need to speak up. I know you're not allowed to talk, but I forgot. Miss Darklaw, there's a glaring contradiction in your statement. And what would that be? It's supposedly common knowledge that Bezella is capable of using all magic. However, that is far from the truth. Magic does not actually exist in the town. It was all one giant illusion created by the shades. Therefore, the Great Witch Bezella cannot exist either. Lane's like, oh, damn, I didn't think of that. You actually got me on that one. That was a good one. But no, the Great Witch 100% exists. Are they like confused or are they actually like, whoa, Phoenix said something cool? You fool. Defender, you really don't have a clue, do you? Oh, that was an accident. Wrong button. But wait just a minute now. Is the defender not correct? Magic does not exist, and it goes without saying that witches do not exist either. And that would include the Great Witch, would it not? That's right. They've been lying to us this whole time. Dastards. Did you say dastards because you can't say bastards in this game about people die? I guess nobody dies, but like it's pretty scary. Bezella isn't real. Mr. Wright, there is a fundamental mistake in your argument. Nobody dies. Yeah, I'm assuming the people died a couple hundred years, or whatever the Great Fire was. I'm assuming people died then. Meanwhile, Belduke, listen, okay? It's fine. He's fine. He's not dead. He's alive. 100%. I'm calling it. He died in the game. He did not die in real life. He's fine, okay? I have but one simple question. What exactly is Bezella? Huh? Well, she's supposed to be the head of all the witches.
Allow me to reword the question. The Great Witch Bezella is the root of all disaster within Labyrinthia. Knowing that, what specific disaster might have she been the root of?
That wasn't rewording the question. That was a different question. It was a very different question, Layton. It would be, I just thought of something. We've been hearing Bezella's name left and right since we got here, but not once has the real Bezella shown up in person.
Indeed, Miss Faye. Bezella herself has been virtually absent from the story thus far. But Inquisitor, did she not claim the life of the storyteller tonight? It appears so, Your Honor. However, there is just one more thing. Consider this. Which particular story is every citizen in Labyrinthia most familiar with?
That would have to be the legendary fire, right?
Precisely. Surely you are not serious, as the name implies, but that is a mere legend. No one knows for certain if it occurred. So they say, but the reality is, there are still traces of a terrible fire within the town today.
The professor is right. We've seen some of it up close and personal.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's traces of a fire or just sheer laziness on the people who keep the upkeep. Because it's been like 100 years or 50 years. Why didn't they repair it in 50 years? Are they just lazy? Hey, yeah, the Great Archive. They keep it as a reminder.
You are indeed correct, Inquisitor. Littered throughout the town are burnt remains of the fire most fierce. However, no one can say for certain what transpired back then. You see, not a soul saw what actually happened.
Let me see if I have this straight. There's an entire town full of people and no one saw what happened.
Correct. Except for one particular person.
What?
There is one person who saw everything. I am speaking, of course, of the one responsible for the fire itself, the Great Witch Bezella.
Oh. It was Eve. Yes.
So, here's another question. I don't know if they're going to explain it. If nobody remembers the fire, that implies that everybody died. And if everybody died, how did they repopulate? From a purely logistical standpoint, one cannot multiply. Unless the storyteller was like, and then 1,000 people apparated. And like, I'm curious. All right, but I don't, yeah, they're an amoeba. A spell just split into two. I don't know how they're going to explain this.
I remember it, all of it.
I still think it's Eve. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I suppose it is. And therefore mitosis. A simple explanation from Professor Layton.
Spella, what are you saying? When I close my eyes, I can picture it so vividly. The awful sight of the flames engulfing everything they touched. The scorching heat on my skin. The smell of burning cinder all around me. The large plumes of black smoke. The warm tears streaming down my face.
Were there any people there? Did you burn a ghost city?
I remember it all.
What you are calling right now is the moment the Great Witch destroyed our town.
How are you alive? How did you all survive?
Well, it appears my role here is finished. As for the rest, I leave it in your capable hands, Inquisitor.
Did you just... What? What did you... Huh? Huh? Darklaw. She just vanished. Oh my god, dude. She put on the cloak. Are you kidding me? She just left. Are you... Come on, man. She's right. These memories are proof that I am Bezella. Oh, she's been possessed again. Being possessed again. But Espella.
Mr. Wright. Remember, if you will, what I said at the beginning of this trial. I came here to prove that Aspella Cantabella is in reality the Great Witch of Azella.
Right.
There is still one more thing I wish to present to the court. I would like to call the final witness to the stand.
Final witness. Eve. Luke? Are they going to call Luke?
Hold it!
No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, wait. It's fine. I thought that voice was Amir. I straight up thought that was Amir. I straight up thought that was Amir, and I was about to Alt F4. I swear, I was about to Alt F4 that Amir was going on the stand. I was like, nah, I'm leaving. I'm done. I can't. It's the storyteller, guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's the storyteller. We're good. Whew. Would appear Professor E2 has arrived. Apparently. Hello, Ice. Welcome to the chaos, the craziness. I would love to explain to you what's going on, but it would probably be easier for me to answer questions as you get confused, because there's a lot going on right now. But how are you doing, Ice? It's so good to see you. We are currently nearing the end. I want to say we're nearing the end, but we're on part 3 of a infinite series, so of an infinite finale. So I don't know when this is really going to end, but I feel like we got to be getting close to the end, right? Right? Hey, it's only been what, like 9 hours in this trial? It's fine. It's fine. I'm glad you're chilling. Hopefully we can keep the cozy atmosphere and you can keep chilling here. It would appear he's arrived. There he is, the storyteller. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I give you this trial's final witness, the storyteller. He's alive, guys. He didn't die. So that way, just like that, he appeared, the man who died not hours before, and the victim of this very trial, the storyteller himself. Professor sure chose one heck of a final witness. Doesn't that mean that this entire trial is invalid because he didn't die, he's alive, so he didn't, I mean, maybe attempted murder, but like, I guess the point of the trial is to prove the Great Witch, not to prove that she kills someone, so morning is drawing closer and closer. How this trial will end is anyone's guess. Don't ask me to continue. Don't ask me to continue. All right, we'll get a sneak peek at the next chapter. We'll get a sneak peek. Bro, how many chapters? This is chapter 13. No way. No way, man. How many chapters are there in this stupid game? I really should specify. This is awesome. I love this game. It's so cool. Epilogue? I'm sorry, you're calling this an epilogue? We haven't resolved anything. You can't call this an epilogue. I don't know what the hell's going on. Bonk. You can't call this an epilogue. Epilogue my butt. I don't know what's happening. Epilogue is like, where are they now? Not, we will solve the climax. What are we doing? They're lying. They're lying. This is not the epilogue. This is like chapter 45. I don't quite know what to say. I am truly shocked to see the storyteller again, alive and well. This was unexpected by me too, as I did not plan to appear before you all again. I was convinced that you would all see the last of me at the parade. But this is the trial for your murder. And you are alive? Nobody dies in this town, you idiots. Yeah, see? No one was killed, so let's call the whole thing off and never have a witch trials again. I mean, I don't agree with Maya that often, but you kind of nailed it. I think we're all bad at our jobs. That's what I'm saying. We're all bad. Let's just quit, move on. Everyone has free will. Just stop it, and that's it. It was like, wait, I'm dead? What the heck? Oh no! Whoa, Maya, take it easy. We're still in court, remember? But what's the point of this? The storyteller wasn't killed. Aspella would never do anything to harm her dad.
Objection.
name. I object to that. If only it were that simple. If only it were as simple as to end this trial. However, it is not, Miss Fey. But, Professor... Search your memory, and you will know the reason why the crime Miss Cantabella is accused of is not just murder. The purpose of the Witches' Court is to sentence the witches for what they are. Isn't that right, Mr. Storyteller? Oh, interesting. So this is new because now he's like, crap, I didn't want my daughter to be sentenced. I wanted Kira to be sentenced. So now he's like, well, now my daughter's gonna die because of something I'm gonna do. And this isn't a fake one. Like, this is like dead. Nobody's gonna die, let's be honest. But theoretically, whoever gets sentenced is dead. Because there's no pit under this fire. It's just fire. I fully intend to expose the true identity of Zella. And this would not be possible. Oh, I get it now. Layton has no intention of actually letting Espella die. He's doing this to bring the storyteller out. Because if Layton succeeds, Espella dies. So the storyteller is like, oh crap, you idiot, you got me. So he's like, well, now I have to come out and tell the truth. Otherwise, Layton is going to convict my daughter, and so he's kind of using her as leverage. But he's not that kind of guy, so he's just doing this as like a power play. He's never actually going to let her die. He's got the trump card. He knows, like, okay, if things really come down to it, I could set her free. But I'm going to make this guy squirm in his pants until he admits everything he's done. And this would not be possible without you, Mr. Storyteller, on the witness stand. I see. And so you assume the role of an inquisitor just to lure me here. Be that as it may, the Inquisition still maintains that Espella Cantabella is the Great Witch Bezella. Dad. Oh, she hasn't seen him in so long. Yes, use those teary eyes. Get to work, Espella. Use those emotions. It's been a long time, Espella. 4 years, in fact. You must have experienced many hardships living among the townsfolk. This daughter of mine never fits in with the others, no matter how hard she tries. No, it wasn't quite like that. There were people who supported me. Aunt Patty was very kind. The customers who came to our bakery were nice to me. I'm happy to hear that. I wanted to watch over you ever since you left town. But in the end, I failed to do so. I had no idea of what was happening to you. I am very sorry, Espella. Yes. Yes, use those puppy dog eyes. They work on everyone. Oh, Dad, you don't need to apologize to me for anything. It's me that owes you an apology. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Maybe he does owe a little bit of an apology for manipulating everyone. I was trying to hurt you. It was all my fault, not yours. There's no reason for you to blame yourself. Dad, I'm happy we got to talk. Because now I'm gonna die. It's your fault. Espella. I was so busy with writing everyone's stories. We stopped talking to each other. Before, it was different. You used to have time for me. Please forgive me. Why did it have to come to this? Mr. Storyteller, it's time to put everything in order now. It's time for me to sentence your daughter to death. How do you feel? The townsfolk and your daughter deserve to know the truth. The truth about yourself and the story. They're all fictional people. No one is real. Yes. I suppose it is time I told you the truth. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Storyteller. Just begin. In this trial, I shall be judged. Understood. Bonk. The witness shall testify. People of Labyrinthia who have gathered in this court, I will now tell you the true story. Many of you will certainly find it hard to believe and difficult to accept. Nevertheless, I ask that you please lend me your ear and listen with open minds. Espella, my dear daughter, I ask you two to do the same. I can't speak. They're all fictional. No one is real. Go home. Be happy. Good night. Your life is a lie. Goodbye. That's it. All right, we're going to read through this and then I'll probably call it here. Although you may know me as the storyteller, I have one more identity. I am the president of Labralum Inc. I knew it. The real-life tie-in. This whole town is one of Labralum's research facilities. May be hard for you to comprehend. No, it's real. It is real. It's a research facility. What? Is this a social experiment? Are you kidding me? It's a freaking social experiment? What the hell? Wow, okay. I mean, I definitely could not have called that. I was really convinced that they were trapped in a book. Where the twist goes from now. Yeah, from wow to what. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. I really like how they did this, because it wasn't like all the other Layton games. It's like the whole time in the back of your mind, you're like, okay, well, how is this real? How is this real? Like, how are we time traveling? How is this town disappearing? How is this time, how are these, how does this village exist, right? But in this one, you almost kind of forget about the real world. You're like, okay, well, how do wishes exist? You're like thinking of all the wrong things, and you never get enough time to think about, well, how is this world real? That's why I kept thinking, well, then the book has to be magic, right? No, it's a freaking social experiment. I can't believe it. This is absurd. Oh, I'm so excited. Dude, does that mean that's not his real daughter? Oh, there's no way. Has to be his real. It can't be, right? Oh my God. This whole town is one of Labralum's research facilities. It may be hard for you to comprehend. This land is rich in a very special substance, which affects everyone who lives here. The substance enables manipulation of people's minds. That is what Labralum is researching. What? This experiment began 10 years? We've been here for 10 freaking years? What? Wow. Townsfolk became test subject. So this was a real town, and then you turn them into test subject? So this is like an evil corporation? No way, dude. Me too, Judge. Me too. I am just like, what the hell? Wow. I have no words. This is what? Whoa. Yeesh. You know what? I'm not going to listen to the reactions. I think that's a perfect spot to end off. Just end off confused as hell, mind blown, and I just don't know what to do. We will leave you with the judge's absolutely shocked face. This is crazy. Now, the real twist would be, what if that's the actual judge from Phoenix Wright, and he just got like transported here and he just thinks that's so cool. Okay, well, yeah, we're definitely gonna call it here. I'm not gonna make a save because I want to read that again, just for catching up reasons. I think that's pretty smart. So next time we will read this section again just to get caught up and experience the twist again. Dude, that's so cool. That is so cool. All right. Well, that'll be that for tonight. Let's switch on over to my just chatting for a second. Well then, that's crazy, dude. I can't believe it. That's so cool. I expected nothing less from Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. Awesome. I love it. This PvP stream gonna be wild. Do you actually think I'll finish it next stream, or will it be 2 more? I guess speed-wise. Is it reasonable to be able to... Is it gonna be reasonable to finish next stream, or do you think it'll be 2 more? Because if it's called epilogue, it's gotta be. You have a good shot? Okay. Then I'll see. Maybe I'll start a little earlier, and I'll just go a little earlier, I think. And we'll see if we can push through the end. But yeah. Wow, that's so cool, dude. Glad you're enjoying the twist. A lot of people hate, but I like it. I like it because it's like, it's goofy enough. It's not good. It's like whimsy enough that it fits the logical. But like, see what I mean? We're like in a real, obviously we haven't had a real explanation. I'm sure next time they're gonna really explain how all of that worked. But like, you see how like in a real world you couldn't do that. You couldn't create something that grand, but it is physically possible. You know? So it's like whimsy enough to fit in the Layton universe, but it's still crazy enough where it's like that could never happen, you know? Like hollowing out London, or the hallucinogenic town, or the next 3 games that I haven't played yet that I'm sure are gonna have something just crazy absurd, you know? So I love that. I think that's awesome. It's so cool. That's gonna be great. And I think it's cool because it's kind of like a combination of the previous games. Cause, and once again, spoilers for the first 3 Layton games. Curious Village, it's literally about a town that was built to protect a daughter, Espella. The second game is about a hallucinogenic gas that causes you to see things that aren't real. Hence, this town is having some kind of substance that controls their mind to see things that aren't real. And then in the unwound future, there's an underground secondary London built separately to think you're in a different place. Same thing here. It's like it ties the 3 previous mysteries into... I don't know if they came out in that order. I'm assuming they did. But like, it ties the 3 previous mysteries into like this crazy... It's like, wow. That's so cool. It's so cool. I love this, dude. I just, dude, every time. But yeah, we'll be finishing that hopefully next Monday. If not, 2 Mondays from now, we'll be done. But let's see. Oh my God, Sarah is streaming. I mean, I've rated her a couple times though. Let's see who else is streaming here. We could rate Izza. Izza's playing Stardew. Let's raid Izza. All right, we're gonna rate Izza to bid in. I will be back on Wednesday. We're doing some Blue Archives relationship quests. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Very cute. We got the Maid Twins. We have Heidi Band. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Very cute. Very wholesome. Friday I'm not streaming. Saturday we're gonna play Heaven Burns Red again. I really had a lot of fun playing that. So we're definitely gonna play that again. I don't know if it's gonna become like a permanent game. I might just start playing it on my own after I get through a lot of the story, but it was so much fun on stream, and a lot of you guys seem to enjoy it. So let's see if this works. Did I type it in right? Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for hanging out today. Hope you had a lot of fun. We're gonna go say hello to Izadabidin, who is playing Stardew Valley. So hopefully a nice little cozy stream, although they are a little bit crazy, but they're a lot of fun. I like them. I hope you have some fun, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.